Did you know that the renewable energy sector is generating millions every single day, and you could be missing out? If you're not investing right now, you might be missing the biggest opportunity of the decade. Stick around, because I'll show you the key companies where you can invest today and secure a bright future in the green revolution. The world is experiencing an unprecedented energy crisis. And no, we're not just talking about a simple rise in gas or electricity prices. We're talking about an imminent collapse of fossil fuels. Oil and coal, the backbone of global energy for decades, are in free fall. The reason? Their demand is rapidly decreasing. Experts agree. In the coming years, fossil fuels will no longer be a viable option to sustain our economies. Traditional sources are running out of future, and the shift towards clean alternatives is no longer an option. It's an urgent necessity. And it's not just a market issue. Governments around the world are stepping in. International agreements like the Paris Accord and new carbon emission regulations are pushing countries toward a faster energy transition than we ever imagined. Did you know that the United States and the European Union have already allocated billions of dollars for green infrastructure development? The race for clean energy is on, and those who jump on this train will see extraordinary results. Moreover, we are witnessing a radical change in the mindset of large corporations. Multinational companies that once relied solely on fossil fuels are making drastic and urgent changes to reduce their carbon footprint. For example, giants like Amazon, Microsoft, and Google have already committed to being carbon neutral in the coming years. And guess what? Renewable energy is at the heart of their plans. But here's the key point. The demand for renewable energy is exploding. In 2023, renewables surpassed fossil fuels for the first time in history in terms of global investment. That means right now, more money is being poured into solar, wind, and energy storage than into oil, gas, and coal. Do you see what that means? If you're not investing in this sector now, you're missing out on the biggest growth opportunity of the decade. What are the biggest opportunities in renewable energy? Let's get straight to the point. When we talk about renewables, solar and wind are the two giants dominating the market. Solar energy, in particular, has seen a dramatic drop in costs over the past decade and is now one of the cheapest ways to generate electricity. Companies like First Solar have seen their stocks rise year after year, driven by the growing demand for clean energy. Can you imagine how much this sector will grow in the next 5 years? Wind energy is also booming. Countries like Denmark and Germany are betting big, installing thousands of turbines every year. Vestas Wind Systems, for example, is capturing this market with increasingly efficient technologies. But here's the real game changer: energy storage. What happens when the sun isn't shining or the wind isn't blowing? That's where the battery revolution comes in. Innovations in energy storage are skyrocketing the viability of renewables. Think about this. Companies like Tesla are not only revolutionizing electric cars, but are also developing massive energy storage systems. Imagine what that means. Soon, it will be possible to store large amounts of renewable energy to use when we need it, solving one of the biggest challenges of the energy transition. And we can't forget about green hydrogen, the disruptor that's about to change the game. This clean fuel, produced using renewable energy, has the potential to replace fossil fuels in sectors that were previously impossible to decarbonize, like aviation or heavy industry. Did you know that companies like Plug Power and Bloom Energy are leading the charge in this field? And we're just at the beginning of their growth. Some analysts project that green hydrogen could be a $10 trillion market by 2050. Can you imagine the growth potential if you get in now? The key here is that these technologies aren't long-term bets with no visible returns. No, they're happening right now, and the benefits are just around the corner. Governments are injecting billions in subsidies, private companies are investing like never before, and the market is responding. But here's the most important thing. There's still a long way to go. Getting in now allows you to seize the moment right before the total boom. Now, let's get to what you really care about. Which companies should you invest in to take advantage of this opportunity? Here are some of the hottest picks right now. First, Solar, FSLR. This company is in an unbeatable position, leading the development of next-generation solar panels. Their solar installations are becoming more efficient and cost-effective, and their value has exploded in the market in recent years. Top choice for those looking for solid growth in solar energy. Vestas Wind Systems, VWS. In the wind energy sector, Vestas is king. With thousands of turbines installed worldwide, they are well positioned to benefit from the massive growth of wind energy in Europe and the US. Their stock is capturing this trend, and analysts predict even more growth with upcoming government incentives. Tesla, TSLA. And although Tesla is known for its electric cars, don't forget its key role in energy storage. Their battery division is revolutionizing large-scale renewable energy storage. If you invest in Tesla, you're betting on a future where clean energy will be stored efficiently, allowing for massive adoption. A key option if you're looking for diversification in the sector. If you prefer a more diversified and lower-risk investment, renewable energy ETFs are an ideal option. These funds group together a variety of leading companies in the sector, giving you exposure to the industry's growth without relying on the performance of a single company. For example, the iShares Global Clean Energy ETF, ICLN, is one of the most popular, with holdings in giants like Enphase Energy, Plug Power, and other key players in the sector. Perfect for those looking to minimize risks while still capturing massive growth. Want even more excitement? Emerging markets are creating some of the most lucrative opportunities in renewable energy. Countries like India and Brazil are betting big on the energy transition. In many cases, these countries are skipping over fossil fuel dependency and jumping straight into clean technologies. Companies that are aggressively expanding in these markets, like Brookfield Renewable Partners and NextEra Energy, are positioning themselves for explosive growth. If you're looking for long-term investment, this is where you should be looking. Let me be clear. If you're not investing in renewable energy right now, you're missing out on one of the biggest opportunities of this generation. Remember how some people ignored the tech revolution in the 90s and missed out on giants like Amazon, Google, or Apple? Well, we are living in a very similar moment, but this time, it's with clean energy. Every day that passes, more governments, more companies, and more investors are jumping on this train. So, what are you waiting for? To put it in perspective, 20 years ago, if you had invested in Apple or Amazon, you would have a fortune today. Renewable energy is the new revolution, and those who get in early are going to see the biggest rewards. Do you really want to be left out again? We're talking about a sector that experts say could be worth trillions over the next 2 decades. And it's not just about growth. It's about financial survival in a future where clean energy will dominate the market. The train is moving fast. If you don't act soon, you'll be left behind while others get rich from this transformation. Think about it. As fossil fuels fade and regulations get stricter, clean industries are taking over all the resources and benefits. Investors who don't adapt to this new landscape will be left out. There's no turning back. If you don't get in today, tomorrow might be too late. Let me be even more direct. Inaction comes at a cost. Keeping your money in declining sectors, or simply not moving it, means you'll be losing money while renewable energy grows at historic rates. I guarantee you that in a few years, you'll look back and ask yourself, why didn't I invest when I had the chance? The future is green, and the future is happening now. And there you have it. The biggest investment opportunity of our generation is right in front of you. The renewable energy train is moving, and those who get on board now will be the big winners of the future. Don't miss out on this opportunity. If this video gave you a new perspective, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss more key investment strategies and advice. Hit like and share this video with others who, like you, want to take advantage of this revolution. See you in the next video, where we'll continue discovering new ways to make your money work for you. Remember, the future is green and full of opportunities. Act now